What's going on, winners? It's your boy Loso 2.0. And today we're going to answer the question, can leadership skills be taught? Now, before we get started, please do me a favor. If you're watching this on YouTube, click that subscribe button below and subscribe to the Winners Win channel. And if you're listening to this on any type of podcast platform, click that 5-star review and leave a review below. But can leadership skills be taught? Now, the answer is yes, they can be taught. And my answer to that, right, is not only can they be taught, but my answer is that they must be taught. I truly believe leadership skills need to be taught, especially to young African American adults between the age of like 18 and 25. I really, honestly, truly believe that they must be taught. It is a necessity. And the reason why I'm going into the idea of saying it's a necessity is because I know how it is growing up for a lot of us, right? A lot of us growing up in that low to middle class, not even just high class, that low middle class type of area. And it's really unfair for us to grow up in that low middle class. Oh, I would say it's unfair for us to grow up in that, and then we're a lot of times not provided with the skills that are going to be able to take that class, that lower class, and bring it up to that middle or high class. The same thing's going to be able to uplift our communities. Like we're not able to pretty much be on that same wavelength. And like I said, it's unfair, but life is unfair, but it's just how a lot of us are not even just taught, but a lot of us grow up we grow up without that idea of having proper skill sets and proper things that could be taught or must be taught to us. But we are seeing that other communities are teaching these things to their children, right? For example, a lot of communities I know are a lot of kids already growing up knowing how to deal with their finances, knowing how, skills of like sales, networking skills, how to save their money, just different skills that are going to put you in a class of your own. A lot of these kids are growing up in these other communities, are growing up with these ideas already. It is just us that in our community, we're struggling with teaching this to our next generation in order to build our communities up. Or we have to leave out the community in order to get these skills, and we're leaving out the community to get these skills. A lot of times, some of us are not coming back. We're not giving back because we're in that idea of, I made it, so I don't need to do this, right? And that's really the whole point of the business that I'm growing here is I want us to recognize ourselves as leaders. I want us to become contributing members to our society and to our community. But a lot of times it just doesn't work out like that. And let me give you an example, right? So many times my mentor, who actually coaches basketball or trains kids for basketball, so many times he has so many kids that he, trains and gets them right. Gets them out of, their situations, and they end up being special people down the line. They may not all make it to the NBA. A lot of them go pro though. A lot of them may not go pro, but they're doing something special. Like me, for example, with my mentor, when he trained me, I didn't go pro or anything. I played college basketball, but it also put me in a situation. He got me on the thinking part, the part where I was thinking. And now that allows me to now get myself together to be able to give out this free knowledge like this as well, right? He has trained his little cousin. His little cousin is in NBA now. His little cousin in NBA, giving back. I seen him do an event at the, Phil House, 76ers Phil House. So just different things like this is what it's all about. It's all about recreating the thinkers. It's not about you. It's always bigger than you. And for you to actually get back is where it all starts. You're creating a lineage, right? You're creating a legacy. That's something that's going to make you immortal. You're going to have to pass off this earth someday. You can't take that money with you. Although you do need more money to make a bigger impact. You can't take those girls with you. You can't take nothing with you. At that point, it's just you and God. But that legacy is something that you can leave behind in order to pretty much do that. But, before, I continue with this as well, I just want to say I'm building a community for young, African American college students, college graduates, and it's about creating ourselves as leaders in order to become contributing members to our society. If that's something that you want to do, text me at 302-220-0886. And then we can talk about how you can join the community in order to become a contributing member. But now, back to the podcast type thing. But yeah, just having that idea. Now, before I get finished with this, I'm sorry, I got to take this sweater off. I got a sweater on top of a sweater. Oh, the turtleneck with the thing. It was a good fit. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was definitely a good fit, but oh man. Over here working up a sweat, and I didn't even get my workout in yet for today. But yeah, you want to have that idea of, like I said, you want to be able to learn some skills, leadership skills. They must be taught. Now, what are some leadership skills that I personally learned myself? The idea of public speaking. I think this is such an important skill. Actually, no, sales is the most important skill that I learned. And public speaking to me is only sales at a broader level. To be honest with you, talking instead of one-to-one, you're doing one-to-many, one to thousands, millions. I mean, whoever watched this is kind of like a form of like a little bit of public speaking right now. I'm making a video and, making some content, and you guys are now watching this content and listening to this content in order to, better push yourself along. But yeah, sales was the number one thing that I learned and I was taught. And my mentor in sales, well, I had a few mentors. Obviously, entrepreneurial vibes was taught to me, and the part in the hard work. Hard work was passed down from my dad, right? My dad works hard. He always will work so many hours, always working to just try to make himself better. He only literally uses his bed to go to sleep. My mentor, same thing, working hard, kind of, ingrained that in my head. If you play basketball, you're going to play hard. You're going to play to your hardest. You're going to go to your on E every single time. Go past E. That's what he would always say, go past empty. So the mental part of it, he will push me through. Then I had my sales, Patrick Tadros is another one of my mentors for sales, who just gave me that idea of, especially in the wireless game, how to do this, how to do that. I had my other mentor, Kenya, too, as well, who kind of taught me the idea of leadership. She taught me some different things. Like, this is how you lead this person. This is how you lead that person. I'm even learning some things from my mentor now, Malik. Another mentor, Sonny. Like, these guys are like, CEOs of companies, vice presidents of companies. These guys are like legit people that I'm learning the idea of leadership from. They're teaching me more things about leadership skills. And I'm not going to take advice from someone who doesn't have the life that I don't want. So each level, as you level up, you have to level up your leader, which it comes with different ways. And my leaders are leveling up. My mentors are leveling up. With my speaker course that I'm learning from, the speaker program that I'm learning from, you got to put money into it. I think, look, Alex Hormonzi said this. He said, for me to make my first 100K, I had to spend 10K learning. For me to make my first $1 million, I had to put 100K in learning. For me to make my first 10 million, I had to put $1 million learning. Whatever you want to learn, whatever level of money you want to make or the impact you want to have to put 10% into that. So for me to make 6 figures with my speaking business, I had to buy a program that was $10,000. So that's what I got to do, right? You have to invest that minimum into it in order to learn. So that's where you want to, that's the idea that I want to get, right? And like I said, a lot of it does come down to money. Sometimes we don't even have that money. So you got to find ways to make money. And it's just so much. It's kind of like a revolving door that ends up being shut on our communities. And I'm opening up to our communities. I'm opening up this idea to our communities, how to grow and all those things, right? So that's pretty much all I have for you guys today, man. Just the idea. I just really wanted to stress the importance of you learning leadership skills, right? Other than that, man, I want you guys to, again, if you're watching this on YouTube, click the subscribe button to my YouTube channel. If you're literally listening to this on any type of podcast platform, leave a 5-star review. And with that 5-star review, you know what I mean? Maybe even ask some questions in the comments. Maybe answer some things down there. I can answer those, make some whole episodes about those. But yeah, that's really all I have for you guys today, man. I want you guys to keep killing the day. Winners win, losers lose, and you pray for success like this. 2.0 out.